Hi parents, I just wanted to explain our strategy in terms of the teaching of addition. Now I realize that some of you are ready and revving to go in terms of using the symbols and the actual numbers. But here's how we are going to do it. And when we do it this way, it is going to translate into less complications in terms of problem solving, right? Because usually at the lower end of the school, and well, no, the higher end I should say, children have a lot of problems interpreting mathematical problems where there are words involved. So at first year, what I normally do is use a story and go down to the symbolic or the use of symbols. So that is what you are going to do with my assistants, right? So now, first of all, you noticed that I did addition, but however, what I did was I used a story. So I'm going to give you some facts in terms of the approaches that we are going to use. So the first fact is, okay, let me get my colors all sorted out here. Right, the first fact is that we are going to use a story. Do not use or do not delve quickly into the symbolic, right? When I say symbolic, I mean 2 plus 2 equal 4. I don't want that as yet, okay? So we're using a story. So for example, in this story here, let us say I have a story. Now, let's say I'm going to use my Anna. Anna had two, let me not use the number 2, because as I said, we're going to use the language of mathematics, right? So Anna had $2. I'm using the words. Her mommy gave her, who? Gave her $2 more, right? So I'm doing the same 2 plus 2, the symbolic, but what I'm doing is I'm starting with a story. So usually with children, they identify with stories. So that's why we're using the story elements in order to do our addition, right? So here's the story. Anna had $2. Her mommy gave her more. No. $2 more, right? Good. So now with the story, it becomes exciting when you have a problem, right? So now we have a question. So there is going to be a problem via the question. So the natural question will be, how much money does Anna now have? Now that's a problem that is stated in a question, right? So now the question part, how much money does Anna now have? So, right. Did I use any symbols there? No. Right? What I did is I am teaching addition using the story. Okay? So of course, the more of this we do, the better it is to get down to the symbolic part where we're using the symbols, right? So after this point of the stories and getting the numbers out of the stories and so on, then we will have that part where we're going to do the symbolic, right? So first of all, you introduce a story, or you use addition, teach addition, or any other concept as well in terms of mathematical concepts. You use a story, and then of course you're going to use the facts from the story to get to what we need to get, right? So we have the facts. First fact, Anna had $2. Second fact, her mommy gave her 2 more, right? Now, then we do the third the idea is that we're going to have questions. Now, of course, there's a problem, and the question directs us to getting back into the story to get our problem, right? Okay, so the question will prompt thinking that we need to do something with the facts in order to get the answer, right? So after this stage of going of thinking of addition, then we go on to the symbolic. The symbolic, as I said, would be the last phase, right? We will have to teach that this, instead of using the word and, let me change that color, right? Right. So the symbolic stage would be, instead of using the word and, we're going to use this symbol. Instead of using the word to, we're going to use this number, right? So there again, you realize that what we have there would be just a shortcut to the same story, right? And of course, the answer would be preceded by this symbol, right? So this is a technique that I'm going to try, and what I would like to do eventually is to get students to make up a story, and from that story translate it into the symbolic phase. I hope you understand my approach, and I hope we can connect in terms of that sort of thinking, right? This way would make mathematics much easier on children. We can't just delve into these symbols like that. It might set them sort of afraid and not wanting not wanting to learn math, not liking math. So we start story, trickling down. With my guidance, we will go to the symbolic phase, right? Okay, now what I didn't mention to you also, before the symbolic stage, we should have been using pictures, right? So Anna had $2 here, and then her mommy gave her $2. Well, okay, dollar sign here, right? And mommy gave her 2, right? So this is the stage we go to. From the story, we move to this stage, and then from this stage, we go on to the symbolic. 2 plus 2 equals 4. I hope you understand, and bye.